For all things Halloween, this is hauntformer, and ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, boils and ghouls, okay, enough of that. Today, we are starting the horrible descent into madness that is the haunted house for 2021. And when I say haunted house, there's an asterisk at the end because it's not really a house. If you saw the trailer for this year's haunt, then you will know that this year's haunt is a trail. It's a trail and a house. It's an integration of the two, but I would compare it more to a trail than I would to a haunted house, and we'll go into that with today's video. So I'm starting these haunt vlogs, and through this video you're going to see different footage from both things that I've designed for the haunted house, the actual location itself, which is about shy of 10 minutes from my house. If you remember, for the past, oh gosh, almost 10 years, since 2012 up until 2019, I did my haunted house in my grandparents' garage. And it was last year, because of the virus and everything, that I stopped it for one season. And I was thinking about how to make it different, how to make it better. And it came to my mind that there is a facility that my grandfather owns with land in the back, and I thought, how cool would it be to make that into the haunted house, haunted trail? And so that's what I've done. So if you haven't seen the trailer, go watch it and then come back to this video. Basically, the theming this year is similar to my typical MO. It's kind of weird alien zombie-ish in that region creatures. The central story is actually based off of The Sounds from Hell and Mel's Hole, which are two topics I've actually discussed on my channel before. You can go check those videos out respectfully. But in those videos, and basically those legends, are about mysterious holes in the earth. That was a loud lightning crash. Mysterious holes in the earth that lead to either another dimension or to hell or something that we don't know, out of this realm, out of this world. And so that's really where the inspiration for this year's haunt came from. So the centerpiece of the haunt is this large crater in the earth, which is going to be tricky to do, but I'm going to pull it off. With the help of smoke and lighting, I think will really make the hole effective. And then the whole haunt is kind of based around the hole, as that's the centerpiece. And the story is kind of that this research team was sent out from a land survey that they were trying to do with this plot of land, and they found this hole. They were trying to research it, and these things came out of the ground and started attacking, and chaos ensued, essentially. So with the land, basically, and I have a few drawings that I drew, but I took some high-res scans so you can actually see my pathetic handwriting in HD. But basically how it started was looking at the plot of land itself, which is basically a peninsula surrounded by water, and measuring how big I wanted the haunt to actually be and where it's going to be contained. And I figured I'm going to go about 100 feet, maybe 120, at the most 150 feet in length, I guess, and 50 feet across, which is about how long the ravine will be. I'm going to have to mark that all off with fencing, which I already purchased at the recording of this video, which is actually deer fence, it's called, which is a plastic fencing. I bought 4 rolls so far. They are 7 feet tall by 100 feet long. Probably going to have to order more at some point. But I bought the fence. I have to get stakes to put the fencing into the ground, and I'm going to assemble the maze. Now, the maze itself isn't too complex, but I do think it'll be interesting and lend itself well to the land. And in this next image that I have, well, sorry, my papers are out of order. But it won't be out of order for you because I'm just going to pop it up in post-production. But as you can see, the hole is directly in the center of the haunt, and everything surrounds that hole, and so the maze kind of goes around that region. You will notice there are 3 different structures besides the hole and besides the just outdoor land and the maze. The first is a shed. It's a pink-colored shed, which is empty, but it has broken glass in it and surrounding it, so I'm going to have to clean up that surrounding land area. And the inside of it is not going to be for any guests, but rather my haunt scare actors, and also perhaps some animatronics I'm going to put through the window. And lighting will definitely make or break that section. They go around that shed about 100 feet down, and they take a left, and that's where they will go under one of two carports, is technically the name for it. It's a portable garage. It's kind of a tent designed for cars. The ones I'm getting are 10 by 20 feet, which I think will be perfect for the amount of space that I need. At the recording of this video, I already own one. I'm going to get a second. And each one of those has its own theming, one being a medical bay, and the second being a research tent, and each of those have different layouts inside of them. Those are kind of the haunted house portions, the rest is kind of the trail. After the guests go through the first carport, they're going to come out, they're going to take a left, and then another left, like NASCAR. They're going to go down by the hole, kind of make a U-turn around the hole, back the way they came, through a second carport, and then exit the haunted house. And it sounds quick when I describe it, but in actuality, it should take them about 3 or so minutes to get through the entire maze, depending on the pace. But I'm really excited for how this year is going to turn out. And if I draw your attention to my third, very crude drawing, you can see each of the tents and sort of what's inside of them. The medical service tent, of course, having beds in it where patients are, and the second research tent having slabs for the mysterious creatures that they're trying to uncover, along with some other things. The X's on my drawings somewhat indicate animatronics, and I do have a drawing with some potential names for animatronics, but I'm not going to share that entirely yet because animatronics I'll get to in a later haunt vlog, because I really want to pinpoint down each animatronic and where it's going to go and the lighting scheme surrounding it. But that goes for the entire layout of the haunt. It's subject to change, and of course my drawings are not to scale because, one, I'm a sucky artist, and two, I have to get all of the measurements for each of the sheds and the carports out there. But the basic layout, I've actually walked it, and you can see footage of me actually walking through the entire maze, showing you each of the turns. Again, take it with a grain of salt. Stuff could change if I get another idea, and when the fencing goes up, it'll be more permanent, and you can actually see how it's going to unfold. But that's the basic gist of the layout for 2021. I think it's going to be awesome, and perhaps my best haunt ever. I also think that there could be options for modifying this fence that I'm going to be doing. I could potentially cover it in what they call creepy cloth to block out some of the scares and the actors. Actor placement is subject to change, as is animatronic placement, which is why I haven't fully disclosed all that information in this vlog. But rest assured, there's going to be a lot of other vlogs in the future where you will see all of this unfold. And the nice thing is, whereas with my previous haunts I had to wait until right before Halloween, I now have plenty of time to work on each of the scares for this channel, and I think it's going to be awesome to see it all unfold. So if you haven't, please subscribe so you can see all of my shenanigans when it comes to Hollow number 0000, this year's 2021 haunt. And if you like these ideas, let me know in the comments. If you have any suggestions for the haunt, also let me know in the comments. It's going to be a really spooky year, and I'm glad to have you along for the ride. Thank you for watching, and remember, for all things Halloween, this is Hauntformer.